welcome back to the Can-Am Garage, guys. It's, wow, it's been a month since I lost my friend Robert, Marcil, and it's time to actually make an announcement that I had the idea for basically a month ago. I knew I was going to have to do this, so we're doing this. There is going to be a Build More Trucks build on the various channels and pages because, well, that's the one thing, if there's any tribute that can be paid to Robert, is he liked to build model trucks. And the one thing that he said to a mutual friend of ours, Jeff Johnston, out of southern New Hampshire, he always, every time he saw Jeff built one truck, took it to Classic. Robert fell in love with it. After that, every time he said to Jeff, build more trucks. Build more trucks. So we're going to try and do that. There's going to be a few simple rules, and believe me, they are simple. Robert had favorite brands. Autocar was his favorite. He didn't get to drive many, but he did get to drive one in his career at the Ministre des Transports in Quebec, the Highway Department, in other words, or DOT, Department of Transportation. Call it what you want. For me, it'll always be Le Ministre, or Laminist, whichever. Autocars. What he drove, the three brands that he preferred the most was Autocar, which he got to drive. He got to drive a Mack, got to drive Max and Kenworths and whatever else SGT was buying, because he for some time he worked the flying team, which drove from Saint Germain de Drummondville to Toronto on the weekends. And he made sure to point out the one time that we walked their yard one November day back when the International ProStar kit came out, as we were there to get pictures so that decals could be made by Model Trucking, and now whoever's carrying that on. He pointed out there was two trucks there. That included a Kenworth T600 that he happened to be behind the wheel when it went over 1 million miles. And there was also a Mack R, little 36-inch sleeper with the cutout on the passenger side for the exhaust stack. And he said, I made many miles with that truck. Cool. And the third brand is Kenworth. Somewhere in my vast array of photos, including some from him, there's a great big K100 VIT Aerodyne parked at the house he had when I first got to know him. Good God. Is it 30 years ago? 30 years ago. Damn. Anyway, three brands. If you really want to get picky about paint, he always said that if he won a big lottery, he was going to go to Mack. He was going to get a Titan rawhide with a sleeper. Going to put a pickup bed on the back, and it's going to be red, black, and chrome. So that's his favorite colors right there, red, black, and chrome. Also, it works because he, like I said, he drove for SGT. He drove for the DOT, the Department of Transportation, or the Ministre des Transports in Quebec. And as such, SGT green, which is really sassy grass green, works. And DOT, the big trucks have been, always will be yellow, safety yellow. I guess I really don't know what color. I could find out, but it's not that important right now. And yeah, that's about it. We're looking at a start date of, let's say, December 1st of this year, running until, let's say, January. Good God. No. Good gosh. Excuse me. We're looking at, let's say, April 1st of next year, of 2025. And if you can, bring it to NNL East. As I said, SGT decals are available from either not Model Trucking, but whoever bought out Model Trucking. I'm sorry. It just doesn't register with me, that name change. I do know they're still available. So, yeah, definitely. This is definitely going to be doing it. If you got to pick one preference as in a type of truck, okay, yeah, he drove snow plows, and there's a few stories about snow plows. His big thing in the Ministry Transport was grader. He was in the region where I come from and he came from in Quebec. There were a few skilled grader operators, and he was one of the ones with the most experience. There's no questions asked. If you've seen pictures on Facebook or videos on YouTube of people doing crazy things or stuff, you look at it like, good God, you're gonna tip the machine over or this, that, or the other. No, you can do them. He's done them. So, and one thing that both Robert and I really, really like, and I'm gonna move the camera, so I'm just warning you that we're going to get moved here because I started work on it. Wasn't intended to work out like this, but it is going to work out like this. Is I'm combining two of his likes in one build, because up there in the background is a Max Superliner of the AMT boxing, not that it matters, with the towing gear off of the Revell Germany Kenworth W900 wrecker, otherwise known as the Fred's wrecker. I'm combining the two. They will be in my company colors of the Can-Am Garage, which is Tamiya Racing White over black, I believe. And we're going to get a lot more serious on this build. There's a few things I need to really take care of. I think I know what I'm doing for fuel tanks. That's a complication. Another complication is finding pieces, because they're sort of got moved around, reboxed, put here, put there when I moved. I also need to worry about the back of the cab, and I know there's resin one available just right now in Canada. Even if I wanted to buy it, which I do, I can't get it shipped to me at this time because Canada Post is on strike. Ooh, and that's a complication. Anyway, that's it for now. If you're, let me just rephrase that. If we're going to be doing this, if you're going to participate, let's put it that way, if you're going to be doing this, if you're going to participate, then please say something. And I hope that the guys who have met Robert and knew Robert really do this, because, well, I may have said it before in my tribute to him about a month ago. He was, to me, basically that cool big brother that I didn't have because I grew up as a single child. Robert was 3, 4 brothers. Regardless, let's just build more trucks, guys. I'll be checking in, updating videos of this during the next 4 months. Let's just do it for Robert. We'll build more trucks. Thanks. We'll see you next time here at the Can-Am Garage.